BSdiscover. How you doing? My question to you is, how important is your character? Yet, it may be taken away from you because of all the new technology that is coming in. AI is changing a lot. And people don't understand why people are being caught. Not actually a hidden secret. AI has been developed way before we even knew what was going on. You have to be aware. Before man allow others to know the protocol, things have to be tested. And if you think that the government is not testing certain situations, certain new products, certain new inventions that is going to change a lot about how we see each other in society. But I'm telling you, how much do you value you? How much do you value what you have accomplished? What is given shall not be taken away, as long as you're focused on the things that you accomplish. Now, yesterday, I was looking at some video, how they're going through, how they see changes, how you have to be aware of the changes you see and where it's coming from, and making sure you're not affected by it. But if you look at things, everybody's affected by it. Epstein's files. I mean, for years, we have looked at these people, these characters on television, in movies, streaming, and it's not that they're different than anybody else. It's just what is being seen. And trust me, technology has something to do with it. People are not paying attention to technology, to the changes that are going on around us, even the ones that we don't see, that is not given to the public, and to the public becomes aware only when the government wants the public to be aware, because it's a test. Okay, I see the outcome. The outcome could be having many people apply for a test. That happens a lot. There's a new medicine coming out. They ask you to sign up, you're going to get paid a certain amount of money. And a lot of people sign up, not truly worry about the effects. Some people study, say, nah, I'm not going to do it. But when it comes to the dollar, if you're hungry and you're starving, how important is your character? Are you ready to give up everything you own? You own you that quickly for the dollar? Are you willing to take the chance to learn what you need to learn so that you shall survive? The AI technology. What are the effects? It's been around us for a minute. And now we are finding out, either through people trying to prove it's wrong, because people who are doing things to prove it's wrong, just like fast food restaurant may have some robots, may have one at the window, asking the customer, what would you like? The customer may confuse the robot by telling them something that the store doesn't even have. And it's funny to them. They tape it and they put it for everybody to see. And then they're stating, oh, AI is no good, there's flaws. There's no flaws. We are being tested. That's the reason why they want AI. Because as humans, the human would like to take you through a test to prove you are wrong. The robot is going to try to do the best until it malfunctions. The malfunction could be the test that you took it through, depending upon what you do to the robot. How important is your character? Are you willing to stay in the fight and go through the learning process of your learning how to utilize what man truly is not going to give up? They're not going to do it. As much as you keep yelling, we don't want this, it's happening. And then they're going to work through the problems by upgrading, like they did ChatGPT. People moving, but it's upgrading. And it's having everything that whatever you're searching for, it bringing the apps right to you. Just like if you're on a platform, you have certain apps you can either import or export. How important is your character? Are you willing to lose yourself to prove you're right and AI is wrong, because you're going to lose? And what I would hate to see, that everybody that's trying things and placing them on YouTube or wherever, Facebook, it doesn't come back and bite you in the end. Because it is, we want to say illegal, but that's not the right thing to do. People can, press charges, harassment charges. And if you think these robots are not going to be protected, second guess again. Why is it so hard for humans to move forward? Because anything that is abnormal or not normal to you, because it's abnormal, I don't know what to do. I can't outrace it, but you can outbeat it. But how important is your character? And that's what I'm telling you today, because a lot of people are losing their character, trying to prove this thing wrong, and it's going to outshine every time. And your character alone is going to help who's ever creating the change to win over what humans have done for years. But if you know anything that is improved, there's self-improvement. There is self-improvement in improving, because this thing now can prompt you or give you or allow you to do anything you want to do. How important is your character? Is it important enough to learn? To take on the responsibility of learning something different? Because if it had to do with a paycheck, you will. So that's where we at today. Besides all the ills that are going on with the changes. Rich are now finding themselves in trouble. Secrets are now being released. So now we all are going to be on one accord. So how important is your character to survive? And it's only because, trust me, there gotta be a technology, something going on, something watching us 24/7. A lot of people don't even know about. Your cell phone is one. They can hear everything you say on your cell phone, even when you have it off. I'm going to put a link in my description of some things that are going on that you are truly unaware of. And I am tired of waking up and seeing this and that when years ago, trust me, the first thing somebody told me, he was a military. This is what he told me, the new development, which he could, because it was developed, the news already gave it out. And we probably knew this for years, but a lot of people probably didn't know. The military can see everything you do from the airplane straight into wherever you are through technology, high profile technology. You don't see the human form, but that technology, like you're looking through the computer and everything looks like it's been computerized. There's a living something going on, and you don't see the human form, but you do see me. You see me moving through the computer eyes. You see me sitting at the table and getting up, and you see all the objects that are on the table. This is nothing that should shock you. The message has been given. You has been given enough time to get yourself together on whatever you was doing. Or some people trying to get you to do things you don't want to do. Get yourself together. Don't let yourself be in that position. If you're forced, get out of it. So people, oh, there's no higher universe watching over us. Yes, there is. But you wasn't paying attention. How important is your character? Is it important enough to take things in that you may not understand? And when the day comes to understand, which is today, why there's ISIS and so much going on, because too much is being revealed. And if you think that we're finding out a long time, within that long time, that we was always being watched some way, either through our phone, when we're on location, somebody, a loved one or a family member can just follow your number and know exactly where you at. And if they can do that, what you think the government was doing? Because they got to be above us. So I want you to think about that. How important is your character? Because mine is very important. Let me take you for a walk. So let me take you on a walk. Let's go somewhere different. You may need to relax for this one. So I'm in New York, right? But before I came to New York, in Florida, there was a lot going on. We didn't know about ISIS. We didn't know about none of that. That just came up. Things just don't come up. Things has to be performed, practiced, uniform. That's just the American way. My instinct told me, and my intellect,
something's not right. Why are they watching you so hard? And they begin to not say anything, which means now you got my wall up. I'm not in paranoia, but my wall is up because now you don't want to even talk to me. And why are you not talking to me? Especially when you protect your character. So I begin to tell people to be watchful of the possibilities that there could be setups going on for future gain. And most people, when they tell you, I'm gonna put my family before yours, so what is it about my family you don't want to save, but you're willing to save yours? At what measure? Are you willing to put me in position to survive? And that's when humanity began to fall in trust. I begin to wonder, and I want you to think, how important is your character? Now, a lot of people is upset at the government. How important is your character? If your family is being attacked, if your family have closeness, you live together, the first thing you're gonna do is make some rules to protect the family. Either somebody's not coming through the door when they want to come through, or somebody is not allowing others to come through. When I see somebody outside of the home, not you just making the rules. You're protecting your home using people on the outside. Listen, I see somebody coming near your door. Isn't these the people that you told me that was coming against you? Those are the things you're going to look for in the future. Those are the things people are speaking of, people hanging around your door. So you begin to wonder, what is it? So when the Proud Boys went into Washington, D.C., the White House, to demand a protest, but they protest, and their actions, but the actions that they did was well beyond the protests. You saw, if you saw the news, I know I saw it, I saw our government officials on the floor. You're mad at the government, but I'm gonna tell you tonight, in order for humans to get things right, you gotta think right. You can't think negative. Do you understand? If you think negative, that's why the negative is winning. So, if somebody came to your house and have your family on the floor, what would you do? How would you feel? You're going to do what you gotta do to protect your family. So, I'm not saying I'm for the government. I'm for all mankind. But we was always taught to rationalize things. Let's make sense of what's going on. So, you have our government have attempts on their lives. You have a government officials, they in their own fight trying to survive. Do you understand? And in that fight, they still have to watch out for their life. So if you saw the news, you saw government officials on the floor, people running around the building, tearing things up, the White House. And you wonder why they trying to get rid of that memory, why they trying to build something to get rid of that memory. Isn't that what you would do with your family? Somebody what? Rob your house. They tear up the wall. Why I wanted to share this with you is on the outside, because they were on the outside. These people were in the inside. Where for surely they never thought that that would happen. And it hasn't stopped there. They're still protesting other places against gays and stuff. There's still a lot going on. So when chaos is introduced, therefore chaos begins. That's normal. But a lot of people is against the government. So now, whatever's going on, when I look back at my rationalizing things, trying to bring things in perspective of why people even look at me.
We must embrace AI, make changes, and survive. You're right, we must adapt. Yes, change is coming.
Because it's time for change. Things ain't the same. We got new concerns, government. We need a new government. Which one of you gonna do it? And my question to you, which one of you are going to do it? How important is your character? Now, BS and Discover.
I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again.
Yeah. You ain't see me activated. You better hope that you never see me agitated. I think about my actions, plan them out, evaluated. That's how I end up on the top, man, I'm calculated. My mind's a weapon, my body